A very good morning, dear children. Today we are going to see exercise examples from chapter number 1, Gravitation. Example number 1. An object takes 5 seconds to reach the ground from a height of 5 meter on a planet. What is the value of g on the planet? Let us see how to solve this example. First of all, we will write the given things. U, that is initial velocity, is equal to 0 meter per second. S, that is distance, is equal to 5 meter. Distance means here height only. So it is 5 meter. So T is equal to 5 second. G, that is gravitational acceleration, is equal to question mark. That is we have to find out that. Now according to Newton's second equation of motion, S is equal to ut plus half gt square. So this S is equal to, that is phi, is equal to 0 into phi plus half into g into phi square. So phi is equal to 1 upon 2 into g into 25. So here this 1 upon 2, from that the 2 will come to left hand side, so it will be multiplied. So 5 into 2 is equal to g into 25. So 5 2s are 10. 10 is equal to g into 25. So therefore g is equal to 10 upon 25. So this 10 upon 25, we have to divide it by 5. So 5 2s are 10 and 5 5s are 25. So 2 upon 5. So this 2 upon 5 will be 0.4. So gravitational acceleration value we got, that is 0.4. So therefore the value of g on the planet is equal to 0.4 meter per second square. Now example number 2. The radius of a planet A is half the radius of planet B. If the mass of A is ma, what must be the mass of B so that the value of g on B is half that of its value on A? So let us write, children, first of all given things. Radius of planet A is half the radius of planet B. So RA is equal to RB upon 2. Then value of G on B is half that of its value on A. So therefore GB is equal to half of GA, means gravitational acceleration of B is equal to half of gravitational acceleration for A. Now we have to calculate mass of B. So mass of planet B means capital MB is equal to question mark. Now we know, children, the value of gravitational acceleration or the formula for gravitational acceleration. G is equal to gm upon r square. Let us write this formula for both the planet. So therefore Ga is equal to g into ma upon ra square, equation number 1, and Gb is equal to g into mb upon r square b, this is equation number 2. Now equating these equations 1 and 2, we will get Ga upon Gb is equal to, in one bracket, mb upon ma, in another bracket, ra upon rb, bracket square. Now Ga upon Gb is given, that is half. So 1 upon 2 is equal to mb upon ma into bracket 1 upon 2, that is Ra upon Rb value is 1 upon 2, bracket square. So therefore 1 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 4, means 1 upon 2 square is what? 1 upon 4. So 1 upon 4 into mb upon ma. So therefore 4 ma is equal to 2 mb, means we have to cross multiply this, then we will get 4 ma is equal to 2 mb. So 4 upon 2 is equal to mb upon ma. So therefore 2 upon 1 is equal to mb upon ma. So therefore mb is equal to 2 into ma. So therefore the mass of the planet B is twice the mass of planet A. Example number 3. The mass and weight of an object on earth are 5 kg and 49 Newton respectively. what will be their values on the moon. Assume that the acceleration due to gravity on the moon is 1 upon 6th of that on the earth. Now let us solve this example. Now let us write given things. Mass m is equal to 5 kilogram, weight w is equal to 49 Newton, and we know children mass of the moon is equal to 1 upon 6 to the mass of the earth. Means gravitational acceleration of moon is equal to 1 upon 6 to the gravitational acceleration for earth. So gm is equal to ge upon 6. Now we have to calculate mass on the moon and weight on the moon. Means that object mass we have to calculate on the moon and that object weight we have to calculate on the moon. Now let us calculate. Now we know children the mass of the object in the universe remains constant. So mass of the object on the moon is equal to mass of the object on the earth, that is equal to 5 kilogram. Now we know children the weight formula, that is W is equal to mg. So this W formula or weight formula we will write for moon as well as for earth. So Wm is equal to m into gm and We is equal to m into ge. After equating this we will get Wm upon We, that is equal to m into gm upon m into ge. So this mm will get cancelled. So we will get Wm upon We is equal to gm upon ge. And we know children that gm upon ge value, that is 1 upon 6. So therefore Wm upon We is equal to 1 upon 6. Now here we have to calculate the weight of the moon. So Wm is equal to 1 upon 6 into We. So that is equal to 49 Newton upon 6. So therefore Wm, that is weight of the moon or weight of the object on the moon, is equal to 8.167 Newton. So therefore Wm is equal to 8.167 Newton, that is weight of the object on the moon. I hope children it is clear to you. Let us see next example children. Example number 4. An object thrown vertically upwards reaches a height of 500 meters. What was its initial velocity? How long will the object take to come back to the earth? Assume that g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Now let us write first of all given things. H is equal to 500 meter, g is equal to 10 meter per second square, and we have to calculate u, that is initial velocity, u is equal to question mark, and we have to calculate time for the object going up plus time for the object coming down. Means we have to calculate here total timing. Let's see. As the object moves upward, then according to Newton's third equation of motion, we can write v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now, here this a means acceleration due to gravity or gravitational acceleration. That will be negative, means a is equal to minus g. Why? Because this object is moving upward, means that is reverse of Newton's law of gravitation. So therefore v square is equal to u square plus 2 into bracket minus g into h. Now v is equal to 0 meter per second. So therefore 0 is equal to u square minus 2gh. So therefore u square is equal to 2gh, that is equal to 2 into 10 into 500. So 2 tens are 20 into 500. So it will be 10,000. So therefore u square is equal to 10,000. But here children we have to calculate square root. So this 10,000 I can write in terms of 100. That is u square is equal to 100 into 100. Why? Because it will be very easy to find out their square root. So therefore u is equal to 100 meter per second, means initial velocity for the object will be 100 meter per second. So initial velocity of the object we got u is equal to 100 meter per second. Now according to Newton's first equation of motion, we can write v is equal to u plus at, that is v is equal to u minus gt. But here final velocity is equal to 0 meter per second. So therefore 0 is equal to u minus gt. So therefore u is equal to g into t. Therefore 100 is equal to 10 into t. So therefore t is equal to 100 upon 10. So that is equal to 10. So therefore t for the object going up means time required for the object going up is equal to 10 seconds. Now time for the object coming down is equal to time for the object going up, that is equal to 10 seconds. Means the time required for object coming down and time required for the object going up, that will be same. So it will be 10 seconds, but we have to calculate, children, total timing. So therefore time for the object going up plus time for the object coming down is equal to 10 second plus 10 second, that is equal to 20 second. So therefore it will take 20 second for the object to come back to the earth. I hope, children, it is very clear to you. Now example number 5. A ball falls off a table and reaches the ground in 1 second. Assuming g is equal to 10 meter per second square, calculate its speed on reaching the ground and the height of the table. Now let us write first of all given things. Time t is equal to 1 second, g is equal to 10 meter per second square, u is equal to 0 meter per second, s is equal to question mark, means distance is equal to question mark, and v, that is final velocity, that also we have to find out. Now let us see how to solve. Now according to Newton's second equation of motion, we can write s is equal to ut plus half gt square, that is equal to half gt square, because u initial velocity is 0. So therefore s is equal to half into, we will put the values, 10 into 1 square. So 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are. So therefore s is equal to 5 meter. So therefore s means distance only, but here that is height. So therefore the height of the table will be 5 meter. Now we have to calculate final velocity, children. So final velocity, for that we have to consider Newton's first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. So that is equal to u plus gt, means acceleration is in terms of gravitational acceleration. So that is equal to 0 plus 10 into 1 second. So therefore v is equal to 10 meter per second. So therefore the velocity of the ball on reaching the ground is equal to 10 meter per second. Now example number 6. The masses of the earth and moon are 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram and 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 kilogram respectively. The distance between them is 3.84 into 10 raised to 5 kilometer. So calculate the gravitational force of attraction between two. So we have to write here g value, that is gravitational constant is equal to 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Now let us solve this example. Now let us write the given things. M1, that is mass of the earth, is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. M2 is the mass of the moon, that is 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 kilogram. So distance is given, r is equal to 3.84 into 10 raised to 5 kilometer. This kilometer we have to convert it into meter, children. We know 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, that is equal to 10 raised to 3 meter. So this 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, that is equal to 10 raised to 3 meter. So therefore 3.84 into 10 raised to 5 into 10 raised to 3 meter. So that is equal to 3.84 into 10 raised to 8 meter. And gravitational constant G is given 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. And we have to calculate the gravitational force value, that is capital F is equal to question mark. Now gravitational force F is equal to G into m1 m2 upon r square, that is equal to 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 into 6 into 10 raised to 24 into 7.4 into 10 raised to 22 upon 3.84 into 10 raised to 8 bracket square. So that is equal to, we have to equate this, or we have to take all these 10 raised to terms together and multiply terms together. So it will be 6.7 into 6 into 7.4 into 10 raised to minus 11 into 10 raised to 24 into 10 raised to 22 upon 3.84 into 3.84 into 10 raised to 16. So that is equal to 6.7 into 6 into 7.4 into, now this 10 raised to 24 plus 22, it will be 10 raised to 46, and minus 11 means it will be 10 raised to 35 upon 3.84 into 3.84 into 10 raised to 16 as it is. So is equal to, now we have to multiply these numerator terms, that is 6.7 into 6 into 7.4. So it will be 297.48 into 10 raised to 35 upon 3.84 into 3.84, that is 14.74 into 10 raised to 16 as it is. If you want to see multiplication, children, you can see this multiplication on right hand side. Now we have to remove this decimal point from numerator as well as from denominator. So multiply numerator and denominator by 100. So it will be 297.48 into 100 into 10 raised to 35 upon 14.74 into 100 into 10 raised to 16. So it will be 29,748 into 10 raised to 35, means decimal point will go, upon 1,474 into 10 raised to 16. Now we have to divide both these terms. So it will be 29,748 upon 1,474. So we have to divide this fraction by 2. So we will get 14,874 upon 737. Now we have to divide directly it by 737. So when we will divide this by 737, then we will get answer 20.17. So this answer we will write on the left hand side. So is equal to 20.17 into 10 raised to 19. Now you will ask me, children, how this 10 raised to 19 came. So to denominator there is 10 raised to 16. When it will go to numerator, it will be negative. So 35 minus 16, it will be 10 raised to 19. Now we have to write this in decimal form properly. Okay, so we will multiply and divide by 10 to this 20.17. So when we will multiply and divide, it will be 2.017 into 10 raised to 20 Newton. We have just take this one decimal point earlier, this decimal point. Okay, so 2.017 into 10 raised to 20 Newton. This is value of force. So therefore we can write in words, gravitational force between the earth and the moon is equal to 2.017 into 10 raised to 20 Newton. I hope, children, it is clear to you. Now example number 7. The mass of the earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. The distance between the earth and the sun is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meter. If the gravitational force between the two is 3.5 into 10 raised to 22 Newton, what is the mass of the sun? So we have to write, or you have to use G is equal to 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Means gravitational constant value is given. Let us see given things. Mass of the earth m1 is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kilogram. Distance between earth and sun is 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meter. Gravitational force value is given, that is 3.5 into 10 raised to 22 Newton. Then gravitational constant G is equal to 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. And we have to calculate here now mass of the sun, that is m2 is equal to question mark. Now let us see. Gravitational force value, that is force is equal to G into m1 m2 upon r square. So therefore m2 is equal to F into r square upon gm1. So let us put the values is equal to 3.5 into 10 raised to 22 into 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 bracket square upon 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 into 6 into 10 raised to 24. So that is equal to, now we have to write this 10 raised to terms, 10 raised to terms together. So is equal to 3.5 into 1.5 into 1.5 into 10 raised to 22 into 10 raised to 22 upon 6.7 into 6 into 10 raised to 13. So is equal to 7.875 into 10 raised to 44, means 22 plus 22, it will be 10 raised to 44 upon 40.2 into 10 raised to 13. So is equal to 7.875 into 10 raised to 31. So this 10 raised to 31, how it came? Because 10 raised to 44, it is to numerator. And denominator 10 raised to 13. So when denominators 10 raised to 13 will come to numerator, it will be negative. So it will be 10 raised to 31. Means 44 minus 13, it will be 31 upon 40.2 as it is. Now we have to multiply numerator and denominator by 10. So after multiplying, we will get 7.875 into 10 raised to 31 into 10 upon 40.2 into 10. So there will be 78.75 into 10 raised to 31 upon 402, means the denominator's decimal point will go. Now we have to remove this numerator's decimal point also. Then we will write this 10 raised to 31 in terms of 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 29. So it will be 78.75 into 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 29 upon 402. That is 402. So is equal to. Now after multiplying by 10 raised to 2, this decimal point of numerator will also go. So 7875 into 10 raised to 29 upon 402. Now we have to divide this. So how to divide? Let us see on the right hand side. 7,875 upon 402. So we have to divide this fraction by, first of all, 3. So after divide it by 3, we will get 2,625 upon 134. And after that, we have to divide this fraction by directly 134. So after dividing, we will get 19.58. So this value we will write on left hand side. So therefore, M2 is equal to 19.58 into 10 raised to 29 kilogram. But now we have to remove this decimal point, or we have to shift this decimal point. Okay. So we have, for shifting, we have to multiply this term by 10 and we have to divide again it by 10. So that we will get 10 raised to 30. So it will be 1.958, means 1.958 means what? 1.96 into 10 raised to 30 kilogram. That is M2. So therefore in words also we can write mass of the sun is equal to 1.96 into 10 raised to 30 kilogram. Thank you children for watching the video and for your attention.